Hey there YouTube, this is Red with a video response to my Treant jungle video that I posted a while back. I think his name was Jordan Turner. Commented in the video that I could probably pick up something more effective, and I agree actually. I think Scepter pickup is not really the best way to go with Treant. You don't want to rush Scepter if you can be more effective in team fights. So what I've decided is that the effective pickup for a Treant jungle, as far as I can tell right now, is to get a Blink and a Vlad's. And the reason that you get the Vlad's is because it's easy to build off of the Morbid Mask you need to self-sustain in the jungle. And the reason you get the Blink is so that you can Blink Initiate, and that's one of Treant's most powerful combos as far as builds with items, Blink into Initiate with Overgrowth. So we are going to look at my picks here. I've got a Quelling Blade and a Ring of Protection. That's all you need. I'd done a video, well, not a video, a training lobby where I started with just these two and I managed to get Blink and Vlad's in 15 minutes. Picking up the Stout Shield ends up being a mistake. I thought it might for the, for the low cost of gold, end up speeding up my time, but it turns out that it delays me by about 2 minutes. So we're going to look at the purchases, and then we're going to look at Rune. So I end up getting Rune, and the reason I get this is because I've told my team beforehand what I'm doing, and they support it. If your team doesn't support you jungling, maybe you shouldn't get Rune.
Oh my!
Because if they hate you for the first 5 minutes of the game for grabbing the bounty rune, it's not gonna work well. This build requires that your team understand that you're gonna be in the jungle and be passively helping them with your heals while you farm up a Blink and a Vlad's. So we looked at the purchases, we looked at the rune. We're gonna look at a really cool interaction around 15 minutes, but first I want to re-highlight the way that you jungle. You make sure you cut down this tree, and then you take creep one by one in order to reduce the amount of damage that you take and prolong your stay in the jungle. Centaurs are ugly. They will just eat you up. There's not much you can do but fight it out and keep healing yourself when you run into one of these. But yeah, make sure that you stack when you hit the minute marks. It's really easy to do because of this little choke area here. It's a basic jungling principle. Stack while you jungle. We're going to skip ahead because this stuff is boring. So you'll notice that there's a ward right here on the mini-map. At about 10... Well, actually, before we skip to that, I want to show you guys. So around 4 minutes and 30 seconds, I get my Morbid Mask. And that is what really lets me be self-sustaining in the jungle. So the reason that we build into Vlad's is because we need the Morbid Mask to persist in jungle, and it's a good support item anyway. Though the real important pick here is the Blink. If you find yourself running low on time or money, don't get the Morbid's Mask and then go straight to Blink. You don't need the Vlad's right away. Even though that's what I built in this one. I know that Tiny would be able to use it, and he's going to be a big carry for us later. So after we get Morbid's Mask, we are going to jump to 10:30 here. Okay, so I've got this ward right here in jungle, and I see Mirana headed this way. And this is a really, really great ward because it means that if you see people coming into your jungle, you can immediately cloak. You don't have to wait for them to show up. So I see her coming and I cloak. And I say, hey guys, come over here and let's kill this Mirana that's looking for an easy kill. Wind Ranger pops up there, stuns me. Now, really, I should have stacked that ult because she's going to be able to leap. And she gets away. And we don't pick her off. But that's just a highlight. A lot of people will wait till they see an enemy right up next to them and the enemy sees them. No, you should hide before them because they don't know that you where you are, and you should keep it that way. So we're gonna skip ahead a little further to a team fight that I should have joined. Now, I'm doing a really good job generally keeping the towers healed and keeping my teammates healed. I'm not doing the best job. There are
Dire's
things that
bottom tower is
I,
under
forgot.
attack.
But I saved Crystal Maiden more than a few times because I'm paying attention. And I get a lot of kills. In fact, the only time that I die during this whole match is when I'm not paying attention and I get killed by some creep because I'm trying to heal someone else.
Dire's
But I
bottom
pick up
tower has
those
fallen.
kills. And that's not great, actually. If that had been like a PA... Well, actually, even though it was tiny, really, I should not have gotten those kills. But it does help my farm, and it does mean that we're going to have a really good initiation a lot sooner.
Dire's bottom
We're
tower
going to
is
skip
under
ahead
attack.
to about 15 minutes. Okay, so there's trouble brewing top. I'm actually invisible.
Dire's middle
even though the
tower
graphics
is
aren't
under
rendering
attack.
it that way. And Marana gets away again. Just to come back around and then pick CM off, I believe. Yeah, she picks CM off. And at this point I should say, okay, I really need to get in there, but I think that Tiny has it handled, that he's just going to get back. We've got a Wind Ranger and a Tiny here. I really should have at that point dropped my farm and come over here and helped. I don't have my ult, so I think I'm kind of useless, but really if I'd thrown in that leech seed, I might have been able to save Tiny. And you saw I tried to cast Living Armor on him there, but it was way too late. I just wasn't attentive enough. And that's something you gotta worry about as Treant in the jungle. Part of the reason you're jungling is so you can maintain an attention on the team fight. So you can take a look at what's going on and help your team. So if you can't be attentive to the minimap, if you can't listen out to your team's calls, don't play Treant jungle. I messed that one up. Now they didn't call me in on that. I thought they had it handled, and I guess they thought they had it handled too, but it went south. Anytime a jungle or a fight is happening in the jungle, it's your fight. And I'm just still learning that. So we're looking at 16 minutes, and I'm about to pick up a blink. And I'm not gonna watch all of the boring farming in between. Come on, tree. Alright, so this is where I get the farm for my blink, and it's right at the 17-minute mark.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I would have shown a, oh, sorry, Bubba. I just named my cat.
I'm wounded.
I would have shown a
Your
perfect
phase
world
ends.
timing in a lobby, but every time I recorded it, or every time I did it in lobby, it wouldn't record the match.
You're
so,
dead, and that's a cold, hard fact.
But you can do this in 15 minutes, Vlads, and Blink, and of course Quelling Blade. Don't get the shield. Remember, don't get the shield. Okay, so I pick up my blink, and good things are about to start happening. So as soon as I get my blink, I notice there's going to be a fight up here, and I'm going to start making my way towards it. We're going to have a team fight around 17:55. As soon as my greedy ass stops farming. Oh, also, that's a proper tower heal technique. That's what we're really looking at there. Okay, so we're going to rewind just a few seconds. Something that people will do is yell at you. They will yell at you to heal tower. And we're going to take a look at tower here. And they'll be like, OMG,
is under attack.
Lots of things are hitting it. You should heal it, Treant. No, don't heal it. Have someone pull the creep wave off of it first. So Tiny starts distracting them. The creep wave hits this, so now it's no longer being hit. That's when I heal it. Because if you heal it while the creep wave is on it, they're immediately going to remove all of the stacks of the buff, and the healing will stop. So I start healing it here, and you'll see blink goes away just like that. Now it's only with 2 creep and sniper really on it. So yeah, that's proper healing, the tower healing technique. Don't heal it while there are lots of things on it. If it's gonna go down, it's gonna go down. Your heal isn't gonna stop 4 creep and a hero from taking it down. You need to pull the creep lane off of it first. Pull the heroes off of it first. Now, we look at a really cool blink initiation there. Gonna rewind that. Because here I am coming in from jungle. I'm not even looking at where I am. I'm just watching my minimap from my relative position. Once I see that I'm within a good position, blink in. Note that I leech seed the sniper because his health is higher and I knew we were going to kill Terrorblade there. So this is a really, really effective initiation at 20 minutes. And it keeps people pinned at level 1 for 3 seconds. That's not bad at all. And every now and then I accidentally click their base when I'm trying to look at something. So note that when I leech seeded there, Clinks didn't die. Clinks didn't die just because he had that heal. The one thing that you want to bear in mind when you leech seed is who are we pursuing, because you want to slow them, and then who is nearest to someone in my party that's going to die. In that case, it happened to be Murana on both accounts. I would say that it's probably more important to heal the teammate than it is to kill a pursuing enemy. But if you've got a really divey carry or someone who really likes to go after them despite the fact that he's going to die, then go after a pursued target over a target that's going to heal your teammate, because the slow might actually help him secure the kill. At least that's just my opinion. Okay, so after I get the Vlads and the Blink, I'm looking at getting Guardian Greaves. The reason I'm doing this is it's a great item for support. It costs no mana to use. I can build into a mech and finally get my boots. Oh yeah, something I need to comment on. So I finally pick up my boots here. The reason that I didn't get them until earlier is because the movement speed on Nature's Guise puts me at 330, which isn't that much lower than the 350 I'd get from brown boots. So you don't really need it to jungle, you don't really need it to initiate because you've got your blink. So you don't have to worry about picking up your boots as a mandatory pickup. You know, a lot of people will laugh at you if you don't have your boots until 20 minutes, but if you're just jungling and if you're just initiating, I don't see the reason you need them. Especially not with Nature's Guise and its speed boost. So, okay, yeah. So, I keep farming. I end up getting the Greaves. The reason that I like them is they're, I believe, and I haven't tested this yet, but I'm pretty sure they're aura regen stacks with Vlad's, so that's like a wandering 7 regen, which is nice. You get the heals. Like I said, you build into the mech, and you build into
Dire's top tower is under attack,
which are extremely useful for Treant. Alright, so we start wrecking pretty hard after this. I'm going to show you 1 or 2 more initiates, I think. Okay, this is a great one. So they come into my jungle again, and I saw them because of that ward again. And we got Terrorblade and we got Elder Titan, and my whole team knows it because of that beautiful ward, because I actually communicated with them. Easy kills. I didn't even have to ult, really. And this is the 3rd time actually they've tried to gank me in jungle unsuccessfully. That, like I said, that one death that I have is from Treant killing me. Alright. And I say only trees and rocks belong in this jungle. You should stay out because of me and Tiny.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Okay, so we're going to skip ahead to about 30 minutes. Now, you notice that I jungle all throughout the game, and there are a couple of reasons
Radiant's
for that.
top
One,
tower is under attack.
I can jungle really well as Treant,
Dire's
and I'm getting a steady
middle
amount of
tower is
gold.
under
It's
attack.
reliable. It's reliable farm. 2, every creep that I don't take in lane is a creep that someone else is taking. So I get in there, I ult, and I immediately cloak myself, because you always need to be cloaked when you're near trees. You can still be a huge part of the fight and still be invisible. Now that didn't go great for us. We ended up killing Timbersaw, but we lost Crystal Maiden really quickly. I'm kind of thinking, okay, how can I get back into this team fight? I'm going to heal Tiny with my living armor. I'm going to watch Clinks take out Marana and say, oh, you know what? We should kill that sniper. And we do. And I totally kill-stealed that, and I'm a bad person. Wind Ranger and I clean up the Elder Titan as Terrorblade flees from Clinks, I believe. But I think we end up getting the Terrorblade too. Apparently he didn't have Sunder. Let's take a look at that.
To assail the defenseless.
Radiant's
No, he
bottom
had
tower
Sunder.
is under
He
attack.
is just not great. He could have Sundered. Maybe gotten a kill and an escape. Oh well. So yeah,
Radiant's bottom tower
note that I'm
is under
constantly
attack.
healing the towers. Every time you see that living armor up and you're like, I haven't got a good person to use it on, check the towers. It's really hard to keep up
Radiant's
with,
top
but
tower
you gotta
is
do
under
it because
attack.
it's the only thing that
Radiant
that actually
structures are
prolonged this
fortified.
game enough. You note that they took our bottom lane out and our mid tower out because I was inattentive. I didn't watch bottom lane at all. I was
Radiant's
so
top
concerned
tower
with
has fallen.
keeping Tiny and Crystal Maiden safe. I've got my mana boots, I've got my mech. I am only about 500 away from having my guardians. That's great. Okay, so things go pretty well for us all the way up to the next team fight, where we decide, okay, we're going to take bottom. Now, something that I should have done here, I should have had Tiny cloaked. Even if there's no one around, it's a preemptive cloak is a great idea. Whenever, just like
Radiant's
your living
bottom
armor
tower
needs
is
to be
under
used
attack.
on anything that you can every time it comes up, your guys, your nature's guys, needs to be active constantly. Now, I
Radiant's
really
bottom
mess up
tower
this team
has
fight.
fallen.
I come in, I ult, I only get Terrorblade with the ult, it's terrible. I don't use my mech. It was such a surprise for me. I guess I wasn't paying attention at all, which is exactly what Treant should be doing. I completely messed up that team fight. I managed to get away, barely. And of course, graphical errors all over the place. Cool, one's left. Anyway, I managed to get away barely. I'll heal myself. I've still got a mech up. And I think I'm tempted by... Nope, my ult comes back up, and I decide, you know what? I've got Leech Seed on that guy. I'm gonna kill him. Armor myself, Lincoln, and this is something that Treant's really good at in a way that you only really think of Ricky being good at. He can be invisible, pop in, kill someone, and then be invisible again a second later. His fade time is almost nothing. Blink out, it was a really good escape. Terrible team fight for me. I should have kept Tiny alive, but not a terrible pick-off. And a good escape afterwards. Alright, so we're going to look at another place where I mess up really badly. But first, let's skip to 505. This is another team fight. Okay, so I don't get any team participation in this. That shouldn't happen. They were fighting in jungle, they were surrounded by trees. I should have been guys, so should someone else. I really messed up. We won the team fight, so I'm being lazy, but that's not any reason to stop being critical of your performance. So we're gonna skip ahead a little bit. Yeah, that's just me deterring Elder Titan from pushing. Oh, this is a really interesting interaction. Okay, so they push to our tower, and I've already ulted actually. I ulted. Well, let's watch this from the beginning. This is important. Okay, so I guised Tiny, and I should have guised myself. Don't know why I didn't just follow that one up. She uses her ult, and then they push on tower, which is weird. I think I panic ult here. And CM, beautiful CM, has dust. I heal the CM. Craziness is happening over there in that team fight. Two of their heroes go down, but so does our Tiny. We managed to pick off the third. And this pursuit is what I really wanted to focus on. So I mess up here quite a bit. I get distracted by the gem. I forget that I don't have a slot, and then I remember, pick up the hatchet and go. But Mirana and Sniper actually stick around and they take out Clinks. And then turn around and continue to push. Now I've got Gem, and I'm saying to myself, maybe I should get back. Pi is not happy that Mirana killed him, but honestly he was asking for a fight. I blink into these trees on accident. I really just meant to blink forward for some vision. So I can't act until my blink is back down. But since I'm in here, I'm going to choose my initiate carefully because I notice that Sniper is invisible. He ends up taking out Mirana. There's nothing I can... not Mirana, CM. And my ult came up right after she died.
That wasn't nice.
Now I could waste my ult,
Dire's top tower
but
is
really,
under attack.
I didn't need to. And that'll, while it has a low cooldown, is pretty precious. You don't want to upset your cooldown, or upset your team balance by not having your ult ready for a team fight. And this is what I'm going to focus on right here. So, because I have
Dire's
Gem,
bottom tower is under attack.
and because Tiny has tossed, oh, I clicked down to their fountain again. I can pursue. I immediately assume that she's going to go ahead, and she manages to blink out without us, or teleport out, without us killing her. That was a pretty good pursuit by us, and that was a pretty good escape by her. I can't really say that we did anything wrong there, except maybe I should wait until after someone leaps to then blink and ult, instead of trying to initiate with an ult to hold her pinned. I think I do that to a lot Mirana this game. I ult her, she leaps, she gets away scot-free. Scot-free. I don't know, Scott? Anyway. I am 800 away from my refresher, and that's the next thing we want to show you. So, I screw up again. Screw up big time. It pays off that I screwed up. Wow. Seems like have I seen this before? I think I've seen this one before. Where me and Wind Ranger were in the jungle and Mirana tried to kill me and then I got her. Yeah, let's see if that took place the exact same way it did before. Nope, she came in through the low ground this time. She gets an illusion rune, bottles it. I'm like, hey guys, Mirana's coming over here. You want to help? I'm invis. Mirana, I guess she's trying to ward or something? Does she have a ward? Yeah, it looks like she might have put a ward
You'll
down.
have
She's
to
got an
live
empty slot.
longer than that to merit my esteem.
But yeah, they just can't come in this jungle as long as, and this is why I love Dire Jungle. It allows Treant to do this because he's got that really convenient choke point on a mid camp, and it's really easy to defend. There are two major entrances aside from the entrances coming from lane, and you can pretty much guard both of them with one ward. Okay, so we're gonna skip ahead some more because I get my refresher. It's on courier right now. And what time was that? Okay, so around 43:36. Okay. So right around here, we decide we're gonna push just Clink, CM, Wind Ranger, and I. So we don't have Tiny. And I decide. No, I did. Did it just not happen? Hold on. Huh. That's weird. I think it does it did happen, but I must have missed. It must have been out of my range. No, it wasn't out of my range. Hold on, we're gonna slow this thing down, YouTube. We're gonna figure out just what happens here. Gonna go to free camera. So, okay, yeah, I get him. I just don't get Terror Blade, which is weird. Maybe I just couldn't see him. He was definitely in my range. Or maybe he had some way to debuff. Anyway, I managed to get a couple kills there. Which, you know, I'm not doing too bad as Treant, but really wish that kill had gone to someone like Wind Ranger or Tiny. Ah, now that was the mistake. Did you see it?
Radiant's
Did you see
middle
it,
tower
YouTube?
is under
Hold
attack.
on. La da da. Oh, I noticed that my cooldown is on 55 seconds. I've got this refresher orb that takes 195 seconds to cool down. I'll just use that. No! No! It's the worst thing I could have done. I really should have just waited for overgrowth to be over with.
Radiant's
But it ends
middle
up paying
tower is
off.
under
But yeah,
attack.
that was a terrible thing to do. So we're back at
Radiant
1 times
structures are
speed because
fortified.
we can stop examining my terrible plays in slow-mo. It ends up paying off
Radiant's
because
middle tower
they
has
initiate on
fallen.
us and it gets us a few kills. So I walk out of that and then hey, you know what? I've got it. You know what? Might as well use it. And here's that Mirana. Getting out of it again. So, pays off. Kinda. I mean, I don't think we really needed it. But,
Radiant's bottom tower is
anyway.
under attack.
so yeah. Okay, improper use of refresher. That's when you use your refresher, what you really want is to have it used back to back with you
Radiant's
want
middle
double
tower-
ults essentially,
Radiant's
and the
middle
reason
tower
is
has fallen.
you get 9 seconds
Radiant's
out of a
middle
refresher
barracks-
ult,
Radiant's middle
where they can
barracks
do
has
nothing.
fallen.
They cannot. Let's see. They can't move, blink, go invisible, or attack. They can still cast spells, but they can't do anything else.
Radiant's bottom tower is
like,
under attack.
It's one
Radiant's
of the
bottom
best
tower
disables
has
in the game.
fallen.
It's got a huge area of effect, and if you have Scepter and a tree nearby, you can also be doing damage. I cannot imagine just what they were thinking when they made this. I mean, look at the range on that. Look! 4.5 seconds. 9 if you get a refresher. I mean, there are worse things in Dota, but there aren't that many. So anyway. Alright, we're going to skip ahead to Roshan, because there's a cool way that you can Roshan as Treant when you've got Blink. You're not going to really contribute much this late into the game. Yeah, that was right. 4-7. Okay, so we decide we're going to Roshan. And I've got a Blink.
What have we?
And I'm like, yeah, I'm not really going to be an effective member of that team fight there against Roshan, so I'm just going to stand up here, be invis, and I've got my ult waiting, so that if someone comes by, I can ult and then refresh ult. I can hold them still for 9 seconds while they finish Roshan if they decide to come. And I'm getting really great vision at the same time, so that's a pretty cool thing.
Roshan has fallen to the dire.
Immortality.
Tiny gets the immortality, and we go to wreck. The last thing I really want to show you guys, because these team fights are really all the same. I blink in, I ult, I either do it well or I don't, and then everyone cleans up. The last thing I want to show you is the proper technique for initiating uphill as a blink treant. But I really want to see this kill first, because this guy was just... Okay. So last thing I want to show you, it's at about 53 minutes. Okay. So here I am, I'm invisible, and we want to push this top tower. And I'm hanging out by a tree. This is really great. If you need to push uphill, invis yourself, hang out by a tree that's on the low ground, and wait to get just a glimmer of that uphill from the creep, if you can. So I can see there's nobody
Radiant
there, but all I have to
structures
do
are
is wait.
fortified.
Wind Ranger knows too. She's gonna power shot, I bet. So I see how far away they are. I need them to come around to this area right here, or at least get a little close. But I really bide my time, because being picky and choosing your initiate is really important for your team.
Radiant's
So
top
Elder
tower
Titans
has
and a Bind,
fallen.
they're all about to come help him. And that's when I say, yep, this is what I need to do. Get 4 of them. Now he immediately shakes it off. And I think he does it by using his illusion thing. It dispels
Radiant's
debuffs.
top
But
barracks
I
are
didn't even
under
have to wait the full 4.5 seconds. I popped my ult, I
Radiant's
refresh,
top barracks
I
has
pop my
fallen.
ult again, nobody can do anything.
Radiant's
GG.
middle tower is under
So it's a
The
really,
Dire
really
now
powerful
have mega
combo.
creeps.
It's a really powerful build. If you find that you've
Radiant's
got an
middle
off
tower
laner
has fallen.
and you've got some
Radiant's
carries,
middle tower
preferably
has
melee
fallen.
carries that can be well supported in lane,
Radiant's
I don't see why you
ancient
should
is under
pick,
attack.
Treant, because it was one thing when it was
Dire
just
victory.
picking up a scepter that was highly specialized and specific, but a blink initiate from Treant at any stage in the game is going to be extremely helpful. So, to recap, try to get rune if you're going to do this, but communicate to your team. Make sure you start with a Quelling Blade and Ring of Protection. Make sure you get your blink after your Morbids. You don't have to do Vlad's if your team looks like it's hurting. You can just get the Morbids for jungling purposes and then immediately farm your blink. Make sure that when you use your refresher, you use it back to back with your ults. So ult, refresher, ult. And always make sure that when you're jungling, you invis before they find you, not after they've seen you. Alright, YouTube. Talk to you later.